Are you alright?
I'm fine, but Clark,
I'm okay. Everything's okay.
how did you know you'd be bulletproof?
I didn't. I just knew that you weren't.
So my adventures with Superman is really good. Sometimes I have this thing where I just really like to binge watch random animated DC Universe stuff, and on my latest endeavor I've decided to finally watch this show, and I just sort of really loved it. And full transparency here, but I really love Superman. He's one of my favorite superheroes, so it always really bothers me when he's not portrayed well and stuff. I don't know, man, it just feels like people don't usually understand his character very well. They'll either make him emotionless or just a stoic god, or sometimes even just a so it's always good for me to watch an actual good Superman in action. Here's the thing about Clark Kent. He's an absolute good boy. A bumbling himbo that can stop trains with his bare hands but freezes when he has to talk to women. I love this boy. He's an absolute gentle giant that wants to do nothing but good. That's like a thing in this show. They really drive home the point that Superman is helping because he can, not because he wants anything in return. That's the irony of Superman. The most human and humble person in the universe isn't even human to begin with. So to make a good Superman, all you have to do is make him good. Make him the best boy ever. This is my favorite version of Clark Kent by far. I mean, look at him. Look at him. I mean, just the designs in this show by themselves are something really awesome. It's very much inspired by anime and stuff, but I kinda got some Studio Trigger vibes, and I love Trigger, so this basically satisfied my previously unknown need to have a Superman anime made by Studio Trigger. And look at this animation. Usually shows like these tend to have animation styles that are more economical in nature, but this is actually pretty fluid and satisfying, especially the fight scenes. Superman's powers are portrayed in a really cool and unique way, in a very anime style. He even gets a suit transformation scene just like in Sailor Moon or something. In the show, he's actually just recently discovering his powers, so by the start of the series, he can't even do everything that Superman usually does. He kind of goes unlocking new abilities as the episodes go by, kinda like a video game. By the way, I want a Superman video game, and this is actually a great way to have Superman be threatened in combat and make us not feel like every fight he's in has no stakes at all. Since he's just starting out, he actually takes quite a beating sometimes, but he gets stronger and stronger, and it's very exciting to see. The fights are very good, and I kinda like the villains too. They're pretty simple, but they have a personality, and they have very nice designs too, so that's better than nothing. The show kind of follows a villain of the week type of story structure, so each episode has a different antagonist, but at the end of the day, they all connect and lead to an overarching story arc that is actually pretty intriguing. It's simple, but it works well enough for what it is. Also, one of them looks like the Evangelion Mac. The way the characters act and how they interact with each other is really wholesome. I especially like how in the earlier episodes we just have Clark, Lois, and Jimmy just sort of hanging out, and Clark is just trying to hide the fact that he's Superman from them. It's corny, but I like corny. Corny doesn't mean bad after all. It's cute, and sure, sometimes it's kind of ridiculous how they don't instantly realize that he's Superman, but it's pretty funny, so I don't care. Speaking of character, let's talk about my second favorite character of this show. Lois Lane. Man, those are some words that I never thought I would say. I don't usually care much for Lois and Superman stories. It's pretty hard to make her an interesting character. But this Lois... oh man, this Lois. 2 words. Tomboy. I did not know I needed tomboy Lois Lane in my life until I saw it. This woman is fucking beautiful. I mean, look at her. This is peak waifu design right here. I can excuse the fact that she looks nothing like she usually does in other iterations, because here she just looks way better than ever. And not only is she good looking, but she's also one of the best parts of the show. She's punky and full of personality. He's the shy and awkward himbo, and she's the energetic tomboy that gets him out of the show. That's an amazing dynamic. She kinda drives the plot forward. She's the one investigating things and asking questions, and the romance she has with Clark is really endearing. It's cute, it's adorable, and I'm kinda weak for stuff like that. And they're both nice people and very human. They make mistakes and make amends. The narrative doesn't usually have one of them having the moral ground over the other in some sort of toxic way like we see very often nowadays in Hollywood. Lois isn't a jerk like some people might expect. She's truly a nice person who wants to help Clark and make him happy. Another cool thing is how they handle the origins of Superman. When I saw that they were gonna talk about that again, I rolled my ass to the back of my head. But I was surprised to see that they do take a fresh take on it. I mean, it's not super fresh, but it's enough. You know, it's not all perfect though. On the rare occasions that the show relies on 3D animation rather than the traditional 2D, it feels pretty badly implemented. Also, they do the thing that they did in Invincible where the girl gets mad at the hero for not telling her that he's a superhero. Yeah, that. It's not nearly as bad as it was in that show though. They kinda make amends very quickly, but I was still like, why are you mad at him for hiding his identity? You should know that he has very good reasons for doing so. Whatever though, like I said, they get over it pretty quickly. I also kinda don't like Jimmy Olsen. I mean, he's fine, he's just kind of annoying. Part of me wishes the show would just be about Clark and Superman, since they have such good chemistry with each other. But I guess it's good to have a little side comic relief character, so you have a main trio and stuff. I guess I never really liked any iteration of Jimmy anyway. He's always just sort of there, taking pictures or getting fucking executed or something. I don't like that they call him Superman's best friend when usually Batman is Superman's best friend. It's true. I mean, look it up, it's true. But as far as things that I don't like go, that's pretty much it, I think. This show is really good. It manages to be wholesome and epic at the same time. It really feels like a Studio Trigger anime. The visual aesthetic, the character interactions, and the music. The music really complements this show. The scenes that are supposed to be epic get even epicer. Man, that sentence did not work at all. This is a show that really captures the essence of Superman. It tackles those topics that we usually see in Superman stories, like, you know, whether Superman is evil or can become evil or not, or if he should be a hero at all, but it's executed perfectly because it all boils down to one simple factor. Superman is a good guy. He's a hero. He's the best hero. He's the goodest boy. He's the most pure-hearted individual in the universe. And that's what he should be. Because isn't it so fitting that the most powerful superhero just so happens to also be the nicest of them all? Man, that's a good sentence right there. I'm keeping it. Also, spoilers, but I love how this show has the exact same plot twist that we have in Spider-Man Homecoming, where the girl's father is the main villain, and it's only revealed in the very last episode too, but it's fine. Anyway, I love the show. If you like Superman, watch it. If you don't like Superman, watch it, because then you will start liking him, and he deserves to be liked. Gotta be honest, I don't even hate this DC cinematic universe, but they really did Superman dirty there, and it kinda gave him a bad reputation among some people. So I'm glad that there's shows like this that treat my boy nicely. Even though I'm kinda tired of Hollywood superhero movies, I'm kinda looking forward to the upcoming James Gunn Superman film. I kinda have some faith that this one will do the character justice, because, well, he deserves it. Good night, Tri-State area.